Alright, for the last few months, I've been tracking updates about Comet 3i Atlas, as has everybody else, unless you've been living under a vacuum, in a vacuum, whatever you've been doing. I've got three things to raise, 3 points. Number one, I've looked at the publications on the comet and have analysed the data about the luminosity and colour of Comet 3i Atlas. Number two, I've noticed that music in the form of urban and contemporary rap music genres can be extracted from the dataset I was looking at. Number three, I started to write this music down using modern studio software, and well, here we are. Okay, now this is more of an apology video correction, because we all make mistakes. But first of all, those who are offended by numerology, please leave the room. You're clearly in the wrong crowd. Excuse yourself, cough once and leave. Thank you. Now, for the video, yeah. Yesterday, like I suspected, yeah, I think they're still in the room. If you could just clear off. Right, like I suspected yesterday, I gave you the right notes on the screen, but you were listening to music that had an error in it. Yeah, I will explain. Let me play you the right song. This is the one that it should have sounded like. Alright. Yeah. Now you notice that it's got all the 5 notes now. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That high note. Dun, dun, dun. I forgot that yesterday. And the song I was playing forgot the A sharp, A5 sharp, but I put that in there now. So, and that's the song you're listening to now. That's the correct song. Yeah. We all make mistakes. These mistakes were there for a reason. I just don't know what it was. Yeah. So I prepare my songs in such a way. This is why I show you the back end. I always do my due diligence. A problem, a mistake, an error that you know about is better than an error that you don't know about. Yeah? Because if once you know an error, you can then start to fix it, which is what I did. So I knew it didn't sound right. It sounded like 4 notes, but I was seeing 5 on the screen. The screen is right. The mathematics behind it is right. And I always make sure that I show you some of the mathematics behind it. I ain't hiding nothing. Yeah? So that you can verify yourself. If you think these tables are wrong, yeah, you can look at it yourself. Yeah, if you don't know what 4.44 days looks like, yeah, what's 0.44 of a day? That's 0.44 of 24 hours. So anyway, it works out as 9 hours 35 or something like that. Yeah, so if you get 4 hours 95, sorry, 4 days, 9 hours and 35 minutes, yeah, and you add it to the 17th of November, yeah, you will get 22nd of November. It looks like 5 days, but it's not, because I put in the exact timestamp of the video. 14, 45 and 59 seconds is when I finished the video, but it's probably 14:44 because this is a 4:44 numerology. But that's when I finished the video, and that's the only timestamp that I have evidence for. Yeah. You can minus the duration of the video to see if it's 4:44. And if you keep adding 4.44, you should get that. And this was on autofill. Yeah. As long I got the first one right, and all of them were autofill, so my manual errors were not in it, and you can try it yourself. Yeah. So sorry about the misleading way I presented it yesterday, and there was also something else that was misleading as well. When I came to this point, I said that 29 times 2 is 78, but it's not. What I meant to say was that 78 is 39 times 2, and 39 is 29 plus 10, so it's 29 plus 10 times 2. Yeah, 2910 is the date of perihelion. That's what I meant to say, but I said 29 times 2 is 78, when we all know it's 58. So yesterday I was full of errors. I don't know what it was. Yeah, and that's what I wanted to say. It's like some kind of Mandela effect that just went around, just going through everything I just did. But those are conversations for other days. Yeah. But as for now, let's get on with the other synchronicities I noticed by applying the 444 numerology to the trajectory of Free Eye Atlas. Yeah. So let's get on with a full version of the song now. Yeah. Let me just find it first of all. Hold on. Right, it's the correction. Branda. Yeah. So what else have I noticed about Free Eye Atlas? I'm gonna do this a bit quicker than that because like yesterday, I don't know, I was exhausted. That's why I make mistakes, yeah? Everybody makes mistakes, but yesterday's mistakes were a bit funny. Coming after that 666 numerology that I did, yeah, I started having quite a lot of oddities. So errors that I'm not really prone to, I started being prone to it. But my error checking is still top notch because I'm prone to a lot of errors, but with my due diligence, whenever I submit something, I normally root out all the errors, the known errors anyway. So back to what I was saying. There's other predictions that were made with Free Eye Atlas using the 444 numerology. So let me show you a few, yeah? But let me just basically recap and round up yesterday's shit. Yeah, like I was saying, yeah? First of all, oh yeah, I need you to consider this as well. The factors of 78. You know where I got the 78 from, right? 78 is if you do 444 and you add 444 and you add it 78 times, yeah? If you add it 78 times from the date when the video froze, yeah? If you add 444 78 times, once, twice, 3 times, these ones you can put down in your own table and check that they're right if you mistrust what I'm putting down. If you add that 78 times, you get the perihelion date, which is the 29th of October 2025, the perihelion date of Comet Free Eye Atlas. Yeah, so that's why we're talking about the 78 now. Yeah, so anyway, back to what I noticed about the 78, that it's got the factors of 78 are 1, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 6, 13, 26, 39, and 78. 26 is this year, right? So what do you multiply 26 by to get what's it called? That value. Yeah, you multiply it by 3, right? To get 78. Yeah, 26 is this year, right? So even the way I made a mistake yesterday was predicted by adding 444 to this date. Yeah, yesterday was February the 13th. Yeah, and if you look down here, yeah, I had to go beyond the list. Even February the 13th, yeah, is right there, and that's yesterday's blunder, the one I made. Yeah, it even covered it here. And the blunder I made, yeah, was in the song I created, yeah, the song for the 444. And that song, I created it I created it yesterday in the morning, yeah, the 444 mystery solver, right? Yeah, I could just show you a little bit. And look at the time when I made it, 11:08. And look at the time that was predicted by the numerology. Yeah, 11:53. Only 45 minutes. That's when I cut the song, 11:08, and it's like it predicted that I'll make a mistake in the 11th hour anyway. So numerology even predicted when my mistake will happen, so there was a mystical mistake as well. It aligned with the numerology of Comet 3i Atlas. This was a message that's personal to me, I'll tell you why. Yeah, because I don't think they've set it up for me to deduce this. You know why? Yeah, because they would have had to know exactly when I watched their video. Yeah, okay, you could say that they could have set it up to freeze at a certain point, but they would have had to know what day I watched the video, because this video didn't come out on the day when I watched it. I don't know how long ago it came out before I watched it, but it would have had to have known the exact date when, because like the prediction is based on the exact date when I watched it, the exact date and time. And me with my ADHD, I don't think anyone could have predicted when I was gonna watch anything, even me. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's just one of the things that I noticed. Yeah, and so back to the 78. Yeah, and I just showed you how I get the 78, right? That was the perihelion, the closest approach to the sun. Yeah, right here. Yeah, number 78, right there. Yeah. Oh, fucked up. So the other events, yeah. If we recap, we'll recap soon anyway. Look, if you look at that forbidden knowledge video, it stopped at 24:24 out of 1 hour 22 minutes 11 seconds. Yeah, that's when it stopped. Yeah, now 24 plus 24 is 48, and the other video from the rapture people that stopped at 4.44 out of 23:32. 4 plus 44 is 48. Yeah, so 48 was the number, and then I said 48. If you take that 48, yeah, which is these numbers added together, and then you add the fraction from that, which is 30-ish, you get 78. Yeah. So at that point when I was watching the video freeze, I would have been able to find the 78 in there somewhere. Yeah. So if we add all these numbers up, yeah, the timestamp when it stopped, yeah, these numbers plus those numbers, but if we add these ones like whole numbers, and if we add these ones like individual digits, so 24 plus 24 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 1, you get 55. 55, if you look on the Fibonacci chart, 55 is a Fibonacci. 55 is the 10th Fibonacci, which corresponds to the 10th prime, which is 29. 2910 is the date of perihelion, like we just seen. So I would have been able to find the perihelion date by considering that, adding them all up plus the 30, and you get 2910. Yeah, so we'll carry on. Yeah. Then you also find that the rapture video stopped at 444 out of 23:32. Now if we do this, if we add the 23 and the 32, we get 55 again. 55 again is the 10th Fibonacci, which leads to the 10th prime, which is 29, and 1029 is the date of perihelion. Yeah, so these are the other things I noticed about it. So then I went back and see what after perihelion, and by the way, once you put in the exact time, yeah, hour, minute and second, yeah, this one no longer predicts July the 1st as the discovery date. Yeah, it now says around that date it would have been second. Yeah, if you add 444 from the previous date, you would have got the second, not the first. So you got the discovery date wrong, but the discovery depends on how sharp, how keen-eyed you are. You might not have been looking at that patch of sky the days before then. They might even have seen it in March. Yeah, so that's not really the discovery date, 1st of July. But the perihelion is definitely the perihelion, and all the things which you know definitely happened. Yeah, it definitely happened, and we're observing them definitely to make sure they happened. There was an inner solar system, if you like. Yeah, so if you go back and you ask yourself, the object, when will 3i Atlas be closest to Jupiter? Then say the interstellar object 3i Atlas is expected to reach its closest point to Jupiter on March the 16th, 2026. Yeah, it will pass at a distance approximately 53.5 million kilometers, about 0.36 AU. The distance between the Earth and the Sun is at AU, which is around 90 odd million kilometers. But this one is very, very close, right? From the gas giant. Yeah. So March the 16th, remember that date. So if you keep adding 4.4 and you go all the way down, you will find, yeah, that it even has March the 16th here, which is Jupiter's closest approach. So that's another prediction, but that's yet to happen. So but our instruments already know that that's gonna be the date. Yeah, so they got March 16th, and I've got it off one of my got it off the chart there as well. And then you asked again, yeah, when was Comet 3i Atlas closest to Mars? That's another question. Comet 3i Atlas made its closest approach to Mars on October the 3rd, 2025. During this flyby, the interstellar comet passed approximately 29 to 30 million kilometers, about 18.6 million miles, from the red planet. Yeah, and this allowed NASA and ESA Mars orbiters to capture images of it. Yeah, so remember October the 3rd, yeah, 2025. We have to go back up, see what if there was anything around. Yeah, there we are. October the 3rd, he predicted it, just as I thought. He predicted the Mars approach, yeah, and the Jupiter approach, and the Sun approach, which is the perihelion. And these are 3 facts. Yeah, when you observed it first, it's not really a fact. You might have seen it in March, but these are the facts. Yeah, perihelion happened on the 29th of October. Closest approach to Mars happened on the 3rd of October. Closest approach to Jupiter is going to happen on the 16th of March, and all of these are in the table. If you add 4.44 multiple times to the date when the video froze in time, and you add the exact timestamp with hours, minutes, and the seconds that are involved in that. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to add. It doesn't have to be a necessarily long video, yeah, but what I'm getting at, this is the background to try and explain to you about the pains that I know you're feeling. We all put on a bit brave face, but this is they say it's an interstellar object, but what happens in the Oort cloud, we never know, could have caused it. If anything happened in the Oort cloud to cause it, then we're talking about Planet 9 and them thing there, but nobody knows this. So these are esoterics, I suppose, but if you separate the wheat from the chaff, then you get the right people listening to your message. Because I don't mean to offend anyone. I don't talk about anything that, unless it affects me, that's when I start talking about things. So I'm not trying to reveal other people's secret esoterical things. These are just things that happen to me. Yeah, and to me it's just numbers. It's just an anecdote. It's not really going to change my life. But as for the pain, there's an electric or magnetic component to the pains that you're getting, because like we are bioelectric beings, you know. Neurons rely on biochemical electricity production. So there is an electric component to what you're feeling, and means to me maybe the magnetic field and electric fields of Earth are being distorted. So maybe that's what it did. It's got an antitell that's pointing back towards the sun, so we don't know how it's doing that at the moment. They say that its current estimated size is around what was it, something like less than 2 miles. something up to 2 miles, something around that, and it's got lots of anomalies, and this is just another one. But the personal message depends on the timestamp, because like everything is derived from when the video froze in time. So this was the message I got from Free Eye Atlas. I decided to see it as a message. I could have been all spooked out and acted that there was ghosts around and started to bother people about how the end's about to come. It did, and it's gonna feel like that, but well, I suppose, yeah, that might be true, but that's not how we go into the end of time. We must go in there like men. We must be brave, and we must stand upright like that. So enjoy the rest of this song. I'm done.